everyone, welcome to HW News. At a time when the support is pouring in for the farmers' protest in Delhi and many smaller protests are being conducted in different parts of the country, here is how Bihar and Uttarakhand governments are planning to tackle people who take part in the protest by throttling protesters' chances for government jobs, bank loans and even passports. The Bihar police, in a fresh order, have warned that persons indulging in criminal activities during law and order incidents, including protest demonstrations and Sadak Jam, which is disruption of road traffic, and are further named in a charge sheet, will not be able to get passports, government jobs, financial grants by the state, or even bank loans. This is what a report by the Indian Express has said. The Uttarakhand police, going a step further, now plans to monitor and take note of the comments made by persons on social media. Uttarakhand DGP Ashok Kumar, at a conference of police officers on Tuesday, asked the police to maintain a record of people making anti-national or anti-social posts on social media with screenshot as evidence. Now, the Indian Express has reported that participation in protest would affect police verification for 9 services. They include passport, character certificate, contractual jobs in the government, work contracts in government departments, boards and commissions, licenses for petrol pump and gas agency, passports, government grant and bank loans as well. To talk about this, we have with us our managing editor, Mr. Sujit Nair. Sujit, what do you think about this order? Now the police is saying in Bihar that if you participate in a protest and then you are further named in a charge sheet, then you may lose your chances of getting a government job, of getting a bank loan or getting a passport.
Aarti, let's take this very, very clinically. Now, the fact is, a cop can refuse to give you a character certificate, can block you from getting your passport, can block you from getting a government job if you have participated in a violent protest. A violent protest is a criminal action. You are a criminal if you have indulged in arson or indulged in breaking government properties or private property as protest, so on and so forth. It is a criminal act. The police is well within their rights to stop you. So let us get that clear and let's keep that aside. Now, what is the problem here? The problem here is when you are giving the entire right to the police to decide whether you are a normal protester, you have followed the laws or you have not followed the laws, when the discretion goes to the police. The police becomes an enforcement agency and also the judge. So if the police can just decide if they so feel. So if you are, for instance, if you are protesting against the ruling dispensation, under the instruction of the ruling dispensation, the police can decide that everybody who was protesting was against the law. They were criminals or they indulged in violence. What happens then? Then what you breach is Article 19 of Indian Constitution. Now let me read out Article 19 of Indian Constitution. And what does Article 19 of Indian Constitution, what it entails? What do they give you? What are your powers under, or what are your rights, under the Article 19 of Indian Constitution? Article 19 of Indian Constitution of India 1949 gives you the following rights. All citizens shall have the right to freedom of speech and expression, to assemble peacefully without arms, to form association or unions, to move freely throughout the territory of India, to reside and settle in any part of the territory of India, and to practice any profession or carry out any occupation, trade or business in India as long as it is legal. These are the rights that a citizen of India has under Article 19 of the Indian Constitution. Now, what happens when you stop a person or you threaten a person from protesting illegally? If the police says you protest, you come out of your house peacefully without arms, but if you protest against the government, we will charge sheet against you. we will put you behind bars and we will finish off your career. Now that's where this gets dangerous, Aarti. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? That's
Yes.
where this becomes very, very dangerous. So per se, the law is okay. Per se, if the police says, Baba, listen, I will not give passports to criminals. I will not give character certificate to criminals. They are right and well within their rights. But believe me, if the discretion is completely police's and police's alone, then the police tends to act for their political masters, which is the government of the day. Then, if a protest is against the government of the day, there are chances. I am not saying it will happen, but there are chances that the police may use these powers to ensure that the protest is squashed. And that's the worry. And that's the point I would like to make.
Correct. Now, we also have to look at this order in light of the previous order that was taken out by the Bihar government. It had made it a criminal act to criticize the government on social media. You might remember that there was this order
Yes.
by Bihar government which said that if you criticize the ruling dispensation on social media, government officers on social media, then action will be taken against you. And we also have to see the kind of protests that are going on in Bihar against the government. For example, there was a lathi charge done on candidates who have passed the Bihar teachers eligibility test and central TET, and these were the people who were protesting against the government, and there was a lathi charge on them. As you rightly said, the discretion is completely of the police's. Then people who are protesting, like these students, like these candidates, could be, it is their drawback with this particular kind of an order.
See, this is a form of threat. This is a form of tactics to scare people. Okay. The fact remains that this is technically, though it's correct, like I said, technically, bhai, theek hai, if you are a criminal, you are not supposed to get character certificate. But how is it going to be used? Look at the precedents. That's what scares people. See, the fact remains that this government, especially, okay, is known for not tolerating dissent. This government is known for that. Okay, this government is known not for negotiating with the dissentant, discussing with the dissentant, coming to understanding with the dissentant, but to suppress dissentant, squash dissentant. This government is known for that. This government is known for being adamant about the decisions they take and very, very adamant to take a decision, to reconsider a decision. This government is known for that. So if you look at the precedents of this government, especially this government, it is Kerala government also tried the same stunt. Let us be very clear about it. Okay, but I am talking about, since we are talking about Bihar and Uttarakhand now, I presume, let us talk about Bihar and Uttarakhand. If you take the precedence of this government, Bharatiya Janata Party government, and even Bihar, I don't think Nitish Kumar is running the government. It is Bharatiya Janata Party running the government. So I will not talk about Samta Party and all, JDU and all that. But I am saying, if you take the precedence of this government is known to suppress protesters. And this law, I am saying, if not used right and precisely is the word, if it is not used precisely, and if it is misused, this law can definitely suppress protest. And that's the worry. It can breach Article 19 of the Constitution. It can take away your freedom of expression. That's the problem. And that's a huge problem, Aarti.
Let's talk about what is happening in Uttarakhand. I am quoting from the Indian Express report. The Uttarakhand police is planning to monitor and take note of comments made by persons on social media as well. And at a press conference, the DGP of Uttarakhand, Ashok Kumar, asked the police to maintain a record of people making anti-national and anti-social posts on social media with screenshot as evidence. He said that only FIR was checked earlier, but now the person's behavior on social media will also be checked. So these kinds of, do you think that this will lead to a sort of surveillance system?
Again, Aarti, look at it. Look at the way it's all done. You see, anti-national comments, anti-country comments that go against the protection, security of the country. These comments should be checked. That is the job of intelligence agencies to check it. But what and who decides what is anti-national?
Correct.
If I say today that the Prime Minister's decision on XYZ policy was not correct, what stops the police from saying I am giving an anti-national statement? I am not giving an anti-national statement. I am making a statement exactly as per my right to express myself. I am using my freedom of expression and my freedom of speech to talk about my government, even if it is not what they want to listen to. That is my right of the freedom of expression. But who decides what I'm going to say? In the law, in the book, when they're giving a notice, it is all right. If you go and question them, कि भाई आपने ऐसा क्यों किया? Why did you do this? He will say, Baba, listen, if somebody is writing anti-national statement, should I not react? Should I not react? I should keep quiet. Is that the way it is? The answer is no, of course you should react. But that's not the point. The point is, how are you going to use this? Again, the same thing what I told you before. The political masters may guide them how to use it, and they will use it to ensure that anybody says anything against the dispensation, anybody says anything against the policies, anybody says anything against the government, these people will be using these laws against them. Again, here breaching the Constitution of India. Look at the number of people facing sedition cases. Deshdroha. Our own Vinod Dua, Siddharth Vardarajan from Wire. So many people facing Deshdroha case against them. For what? For saying things which may not necessarily be right, may necessarily be what the government wants them to hear. Not what is necessarily right, my apologies. What the government doesn't want them to hear. So this is how it is. So laws can be manipulated in a way, the way the enforcement wants to manipulate the law. So that's the point that I'm trying to make. All these in isolation sounds right, Aarti. But all these, if you put into perspective, that is when the actual flaws in this law, the danger in this law comes to light.
Correct. The order, I guess, is a double-edged sword, and it is only as good as the intention behind it. The person who is using it, what intention with which he is using it, that is what will decide whether this law will be used fairly or not. But then the point is, what Uttarakhand government is also saying is that they want to tackle criminal activities using a social media surveillance. What do you think, even going forward, this kind of system, do you think that it is also, interfering with people's privacy, the right to privacy?
Aarti, I have constantly been saying, that the government that doesn't give impetus, doesn't give respect to individual privacy, the government that doesn't give respect to individuals' freedom of expression, the government that doesn't give respect to dissents, to people who are dissenters, people who dissent to your view, who do not agree to your view. If the government doesn't give that, then it ceases to be a democratic government. It ceases to be a democratic government and converts itself into an autocratic government. The government which has got phenomenal majority, like the Bharatiya Janata Party, like of 303 seats which they have today, they have tremendous power. They have tremendous power within them, because there is nobody to question them. They've got absolute majority in the parliament, in the temple of our democracy. But the power is also the fact that that's 303 seats is the faith that people reposed in that government to ensure that we are safeguarded, our interest is safeguarded, our rights are safeguarded. The fact is, when the government refuses to do that, that is when you have a problem. You see, the 303 seats is not to suppress the people of this country, but to safeguard the people of this country. Like the Prime Minister says, "Main chaukidar hoon," and that's what he's supposed to be. Chaukidar of not just our wealth, but chaukidar of our rights, which is more important possibly than the wealth. So, Aarti, coming back to the point, my last bit on this. You see, we have seen a lot of rhetorics on Twitter yesterday, about, some foreigner came and said something about our country, and a lot of our celebrities wrote back and called them names and all of that. Of course, we should be united when it comes to some kind of a imagery or some kind of a comment on our country. All that is fine. But the fact is, you know what? It is not Twitter rhetorics that creates an image for a country. I don't want to know. I am not going to go and call somebody names because they criticize me. What is important is to create a society that the world envies. And then that's the way you win your country or image. That's the way you create image for your country. That's the way you create pride for your country. You see, sitting in our drawing rooms and sending rhetorics, we have reduced ourselves to it. Today, everything seems to be that. Everything seems to be, backdoors. Nothing is transparent. Nothing is clean. We need to have a clean society. We need to have clean laws. We need to have rights for the citizens. We need to have their rights protected. These are things that will make us an envious society. We are the world's biggest democracy, Aarti. We are responsible because we are the world's biggest democracy. The world has to look up to us, look up to our democracy and say, देखो क्या होता है, देखो कैसे हो रहा है. And believe me, you people at one point of time they were amazed, enamored with the way how voting happens in our country. Enamored with the way 130 crore people voting. But listen, all these things, all these acts of suppression, all these acts of taking away freedom, or at least attempting to take away freedom, or at least creating a garb to ensure that freedom is curbed. These are things that will harm us more. These harm the country more than some singer or some Bollywood, Hollywood star saying whatever they're saying. These are things that harms us more. Focus on this.
Correct.
Sorry, please.
Since we were talking about the intention behind using this order, do you think it is coincidence that at the time that government, the BJP government at the center is increasingly under fire for the farm laws, there are protests happening, in Delhi there has been a massive protest, Kisan Mahapanchayats are happening, and small protests are also happening in different parts of the country in support of the farm laws. Do you think that it is just a coincidence that such a order has been issued by Bihar government and Uttarakhand government when the government is under fire increasingly?
I think protest is creating panic for the governments. I would say it's creating panic. So governments are now getting a little scared of public protest, public outcry. So yes, possibly this could be seen as that. Everybody wants to safeguard their area, Baba, saying that idhar lafda nahi mangta. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, I would not put that past me. It could be sheer panic that people are kind of safeguarding themselves.
Okay.
States are safeguarding themselves.
Correct. Correct. What would be your last comments on the laws that have been, the order that has been passed by the Bihar and Uttarakhand?
See, I repeat myself. Guarding the security of our nation must. Ensuring that violence is curbed in this country. We are a country which preached non-violence to the world. The fact that violence should be curbed in this country must. But taking away liberties of people, taking away the rights of people, violating Constitution, violating Article 19 of the Constitution of India is definitely wrong. Let us not use right things to achieve wrong ends. Let's not do that. Let's not, under the garb of security, ensure that people's rights are taken away. That is wrong. If the intentions are and to definitely ensure that there are no violence in protest, that's a very good thing. Very good. We are all with them. But the precedence what we see doesn't necessarily lead us to think that. So my only submission to this government is, listen, you are the most powerful government that India had for a long time, since Rajiv Gandhi. You are the most powerful government. Possibly there is nobody even to question you in the parliament. Rajiv Gandhi at least had few people in the parliament, but those few people in the parliament were powerful opposition. This government doesn't have an opposition. There is no opposition in the parliament. Use this to the advantage of for benefiting the rights of the people. Use this for the advantage of people so that their rights are protected, their well-being is taken care of. Each of us feels safe, and the fact that whether we agree to you or whether you don't agree to you, we still feel that we will be protected by your power. That is what I think, and I request and I plead to this government. That is what, as an Indian, I would look forward to from my government.
Okay,
That's
well,
what I want to say, Aarti.
thank you, Sujit, for joining us. And I guess this discussion makes this issue, it clarifies the issue to a great extent. Thank you so much for joining us. And also, do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then please do subscribe to our channel. And if you're watching this video on Facebook, then please make sure you like our page and share this video to as many people as possible. Thank you.